play the music.
Where's my wine? My wine was right here. Hey, what does a girl have to do to get a box of wine around here? Huh? I said, what does a girl have to do to get a box of wine around here? Exactly. Thank you.
It's a great. It really is.
Ready?
Jamming.
Let's do this. Big girls don't cry. They never do. Why would we? Everything is working so well for us.
Look at how long the stress is.
Let's go.
So classy. Here, our producer. Yeah, he's handsome. He's hot. He's a former Marine. Hoorah!
I'm Amber Burns.
And this is Amber Burns. She got the flu this week and lost 130 pounds. What's left of her is Emily Chandler.
That's not what I meant.
Well,
I meant that I thought I could just, people on the podcast, they wouldn't be able to tell.
Right. The listeners wouldn't know.
No.
But you're right.
No.
Amber Burns had a big meeting in Hollywood today. I don't want to go to any detail. Well, yes, I will. It's for her son's career. So, yes, little 8-year-old Hendrix, the rapper.
He's amazing.
Yes, and we're going to have him possibly next week, I hope.
And freestyle?
Yes, he's going to freestyle some rap. And then
next week, he's
between Dave Matthews
too big for us.
Yeah,
next
I got to get him.
No, yeah, right. Now's
our time.
Now.
Today might even ruin it if he signs with this big.
Let's hope it goes badly.
Oh, God, we don't know. We don't hope it goes badly.
I don't know.
No.
But I'm Emily Chandler.
And this is Emily Chandler. She's my daughter, and she's also our producer, so it's really nice to have her in front of the camera. And I'm just so excited because the art suggested to us by a viewer or listener named Justin. The theme is Joshua Gage. Joshua Gage. That's why we started with a J.
Yes.
And for me, that's a lot. I've been drinking since yesterday. So, anyway, no. Anyway, what? Boxed wine, you can't beat it. So Joshua sent us the theme high school stories. So and now I'm going to be able to hear some of Emily's high school stories that she's never told me before. And she's going to tell them to everybody on the podcast. So is that exciting?
If I lived at home, I would get grounded.
You never got in enough trouble. You never did.
That was the advantage of being the daughter of a comedian that lived in San Diego and had to drive to LA. That, who was going to enforce anything?
There was really, I remember one time there was this really fun comic from, was he from New Orleans or something? Mike Spurts or something.
Oh yeah, that was yes.
And he stayed with us for a while, and I didn't know he was buying new cigarettes.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And he was buying cigarettes.
Yes, and my field hockey friend, cannot remember her name.
Yeah.
But she and I got along really well.
Yeah.
Can't remember her name.
Yeah. Best friends.
She had the biggest crush on him.
Crush on Mike.
And when you're
16, was a fun guy. Yeah.
You don't realize how gross that is.
That is gross, but yeah, it's normal.
It's
normal. What, 21 or 22 is pretty young.
But if I knew a 22-year-old, I was hanging out. But we thought it was cool. He was buying us cigarettes. But it was cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't hook up, did they?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think he was into it.
That would ruin his comedy career right now.
Right.
Too late. No.
Canceled.
Canceled Mike. I remembered his last name, but I'm not going to say it now.
You know what? I can't not say his name. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue, and I want to say it so loud. I can't. I wish I could remember her name.
I don't know. It's better that we don't.
It's better.
Yeah,
it's way better.
Way
better.
Way better.
Let's just let that go.
Way better.
That's a tragedy opportunity. I have to say, this week was really great for me. I got to go on stage after 5 months of no performing.
So cool.
And it was so much fun. It was at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and I was there Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, one show a night. They were sold out. It was super fun. I'm certainly not going to look over my old work. My God, I've been doing this for 20 years. And I'm just going to go out there and do my new stuff. So I just went out there and I was having really fun. It's outside. I have ADD. So like every time a bird would go by, I'm like, bird. And then I leave the room for a minute in my head. I'd be flying. Where was the bird going? But I got in. I did the new stuff, and then I was like, and I started doing a couple of old jokes, and I had no idea where they went. I'm like, what's gonna happen now?
You forgot?
No, I couldn't remember anything.
Oh gosh.
And it was so funny. So I was like, but the audience Thursday night was just so nice. They were so nice. And then Friday I reviewed, and it was really fun. Saturday, total blast. Sunday. It was just so great, that normalcy of doing your world again. And the audience loved it being outside.
beautiful.
Mike's working next week as a feature.
Yep. This weekend, Friday the 31st to Sunday the 2nd.
Right, with Lawhead, right?
Yep.
Jason Lawhead. So that's going to be super fun. And you're going to love it. And the audience, I kept asking the audience, are you guys loving this? They said yes, because it was just so beautiful to be outside.
It was gorgeous.
The lights were strung up like it's Italy style. The alley looked like alley, but it was beautiful. It made it even more fun that it was out there in the alley.
I kind of want comedy outside always.
When
this is over.
There's, when I was a young comic, I used to think if there was an open sky, you wouldn't be able to do it. You need the audience closer in so you could get them close and hold them close. And then when I was on tour, I did so many weird spaces that I learned to work anywhere. You just pretend to hug the audience.
Yeah.
I just pretend to give everybody a big hug. And that's what I do now when I can work outside. It's great. One funny thing, though, I called the strip club in San Diego because I drove by there Saturday down in Point Loma, Cheetahs. I called them, "Are you open?"
Why?
Because I wondered, that's what I said. There's so many cars out there. The guy answers the phone. He goes, "Cheetahs." I go, "Hey, are you open?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "The girls are stripping. Are they stripping outside?" Oh, because I'm thinking you can't be inside. It can't be right.
Right.
The guy goes, "No."
In the parking lot.
Yeah, I thought maybe in the parking lot they put some curtains up, whatever. He's like, "No, I wish we could. That'd be fun."
Are they doing like Grubhub of your stripper food?
So he said, "We're social distancing." I said, "How are you social distancing strippers?"
Oh.
Right? What are they? What are the guys like folding up little paper airplanes with their dollars and just throwing it at the girls and stuff?
Is it like a big squat version of a lap dance, like over hovering?
Yeah, like it's from 6 feet, I mean, it's just so, it was like, it's so funny. I mean, I just think some people are just, doing what they want to do regardless.
Right.
Right. And the thing for me was, it was so beautiful to get to be outside, to get to do this, that we can do something, that people are pivoting and finding ways to keep their businesses open if possible. And so I just kind of feel like, be careful. And like last night we went to the Brigantine in Del Mar, and it's outside dining and everything. And we went to the bathroom, and these girls didn't have their masks on. And my friend, who's like my age, she's like, "You girls didn't have your masks on. The bathroom's really small." And the girls just go, "Well, we don't have COVID. We got tested yesterday." Seriously. Mm-hmm. And my friend just goes ballistic in the small bathroom.
Oh,
and I feel like I'm in the middle of this nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish people would wear the mask, because then we have a better chance of keeping everything open.
Yeah.
But I just don't think I want to be the person who starts that fight.
I don't want to be in a bathroom yelling at anybody for anything ever.
That's what I'm taught.
Yeah.
It was just very strange.
Ew.
So it's like, kind of like, I just wondered how you felt, like you would just let that go, right?
I heard it worked out for her though.
Oh, my friend?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
I heard it was a great experience later on.
My friend's a widow. She's been a widow about 9 years. So this guy was at the show Saturday, old friend of Lou's. He had a friend.
You can't be too specific.
Okay, guy, really old friend of Lou's, not saying any names. And he brought his friend. Also, he's recently divorced.
You guys stop being so specific. Your friend.
Okay, let's say we're in Guatemala when this is happening.
Right,
Okay, but it happened Saturday.
Right.
So anyway, we said we're going to Brigantine. I said that on the stage if anybody wants to meet at the Brigantine. And so he said, "I want to come." So he came, and I knew he was going to come. So I told my friend, the widow, to come. Mm-hmm. Anyway, they were at the Brigantine with us last night. She was in the bathroom fight. She was the person.
Right.
Anyway, they ended up coming back here to the trailer, sitting outside with us last night.
He's
drinking
still here.
more wine.
There.
And then this morning at 10 o'clock, she calls up. She goes, "Hey, Vicki, Blake and I have been up all night laughing, having a fabulous time. Do you want to go to breakfast?" I'm like, "Thanks, but I'm really busy. I can't do it." But I'm like, "What?
Why?
Dang. I mean, there's nothing more fun than setting people up and having it work out.
Yeah, really well.
It's my favorite thing."
My jaw dropped. I was so excited. I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's much better than just getting in a bathroom fight."
Right. Well,
much better.
It made up for the bathroom fight.
Right, made up.
It did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tragedy, opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you like to set people up, Mike?
Yeah.
Have you been really successful ever?
No.
It's hard to be successful. I mean, maybe like 1 out of every 20 works. Maybe 1 out of every 30.
I failed miserably. I've made it so both my friends don't want to be my friend anymore because it goes so poorly.
I've got another brunch hookup this Sunday, trying to hook up a couple of guys I know, and
I'm gonna go.
you're coming.
I'm sort of
Yeah, right out here in front of the trailer, we're gonna have brunch. So, and that we've been trying to 6 months to get together.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. I always think that beyond my wedding business, I should have a matchmaking business, would just increase my wedding business.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. And I'm a family law paralegal trained. I
Right.
don't do it now, but eventually I could help with the divorces.
Oh my God, that is such a perpetual motion machine.
Right.
I introduce the people.
Yes.
I marry them,
Yes.
and then you facilitate their divorce.
Right.
And just we keep circling it around and around.
Aunt Lisa's an actual divorce attorney. It just stays in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
perfect.
fantastic. We've got it all planned.
Mhm.
I can make them sign a contract, so I have to keep going through you too.
Exclusive use.
Exclusive
yeah.
use, yes.
Right. Absolutely.
We had so much fun. We married a couple here in the gazebo this week, and it was so beautiful. And it was our first trailer park gazebo wedding. It was absolutely gorgeous. The only thing was a lot of neighbors did gathering and honking horns and stuff. Yeah, so they were so excited. They're honking when they're coming by, but it was really beautiful.
That's sweet.
It was fun, and now they're gonna have a tape. They got married in a trailer park during COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not
I love it.
love that?
And the honking, people were sharing in their joy.
Yeah, they were really,
Yeah.
a lot of them were screaming too, but it was all good.
Long crotch covering dress.
Thank you, because I knew how you would be.
I
I knew you'd be the whole time worried if my crotch was showing.
right.
But what the great thing is, we do have our website up.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
God,
Just
no,
kid-
you just did it.
Didn't do that.
Was kidding if you didn't
Just
do it, but
kidding.
you did it.
Okay, there yet.
Oh,
But I'm gonna get it.
because with the shadows, it doesn't look like underwear.
I definitely am wearing a big old onesie, which
So I'm just saying, this looks so classy.
Thank
It's
you.
like Kate Middleton.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
I love the Royals, as you
Mhm.
know, as you do too.
Love the Royals.
When Meghan and Harry got married,
Mhm.
Emily breakfast for us.
Mhm.
And we got up in the middle of the night. We wore hats.
Yep.
And Emily decorated the whole front of her house.
Yep.
With wreaths and flowers.
Mhm.
Very Windsor Castle.
It's not a joke. I really did.
She lives in a real house, by the way, not a trailer.
I did it ironically,
Yeah, it was a joke.
but
To us, it was beautiful.
it was beautiful. But like the guy who came and fixed my cable did not believe that it was ironic.
Right? He just thought we were really weird.
Yeah,
Into
and I kept
Royals.
telling him, I'm like, no, I'm being silly, and he's like, no, it's okay. Everyone likes different things. I'm like, no, I'm not really decorating for these people. I'm just kind of being silly. And he's like, no, you did a really good job. You should be proud. It's good that you're happy about this wedding. I'm like, oh god,
That's funny.
oh,
People think what they think. So we were talking about this, and I cannot wait to start asking like anything that was embarrassing for them in high school, or they have any questions they want to ask us about high school, just send them away. We'd love to hear about it right now. Send them on. Also, I want to thank everybody for buying the Genius Pipe. We got a lot of messages that people bought a lot of Genius Pipes this week.
Nice.
Isn't that great? And this is called the thing about the Genius Pipe is if you do smoke pot, like I always say, I quit when I had the kids. I'll always have a little bit now and then with Lou, but Lou loves it so much. And when you smoke a lot of pot, you put a lot of stuff in your lungs. Well, what happens with the Genius Pipe is it's got 2,200 little bumps in it. They're called dimples, and they cool the air as you breathe in, and you breathe a little differently with the Genius Pipe. It's a little different, a softer kind of inhaling, like Bill Clinton never inhaled.
oh my god,
If he smoked the Genius Pipe, he could say he never inhaled. But so it cools, yeah, smoke, and then it gets a lot of the oil and tar, and it gets trapped in these dimples. So it's just a lot safer for you. And Lou told me that he is really noticing it's making his pot go farther. So you don't. Is that right, Lou?
Yes,
You don't smoke as much pot.
right.
So the Genius Pipe pays for itself. And when you go to geniuspipe.com, go there, and if you know pot smokers, tell them, please go there and check it out, just for their own health. And if you look, it tells you all about how it works, way better than I do. The checkout, put the word trailer in, you get 20% off your whole order. So
I just want to clarify. It's getting Lou higher with less weed.
Lou is getting higher with less weed. How happy are we about that?
So you got to get the Genius Pipe
Yeah,
so you can get higher and use less weed.
Right.
it's so fantastic. It's a genius idea.
Yes.
and I'm I say it again because I love coupons.
Right.
Trailer
Trailer at checkout.
Trailer at checkout.
20%.
20% is a big savings.
It was a really nice thing to offer that they did offer
Yeah.
the 20%.
Yeah.
And they're like, Vicki, are you okay with that? Because you would make less. I go, I don't care. I mean, I'll make like literally $5 or $6 a pipe. So I don't care. I just really love that they're sponsoring us and that people are finding out about it because it's patented technology. It's the only thing like it. And I just really believe in it. If you're going to smoke, try to smoke as safely as possible. Plus, they're just so small and they, Lou dropped his one at Emily's house in her couch.
Yes.
On what day was that? July 4th when we watched Hamilton.
Yes.
And so we hadn't seen it. So what if the kids would have found it? Thank God they didn't.
No.
That's the brighter colors are better.
The good thing is they don't look for anything.
Right. They never go cleaning.
They never. No. And the good thing is my couch is a void, a vacuumless void. And I only found it because I was taking it apart to find Joel's wallet. And Joel's wallet, I tore my whole house apart looking for his wallet that is $200 that he saved up, his babysitting money he saved up, slaved away, and he couldn't find his wallet.
And his work distributing. He's the one who mails all the merchandise.
He does. He mails the merchandise. He works really hard, and then he lost his wallet. I felt terrible for him. And it was in the drawer that I told him to put his wallet in.
I asked him if he found it. He goes, it was right where it belonged.
I was like, Joel, did you not look? And he's like, well, it was under a book. And I was like, you didn't look under the book? Like the wallet-sized lump? Like, come on, dude.
That's
but
hilarious.
you know what? Good thing, because I found the thing.
Yeah.
I found Lou's
the pipe in the couch. Right, looking for the wallet.
Right, and I never would have because it's so small. I never would have found it.
FYI, my eyelash is about to fall off. So if it falls off. I remember one time I was about to take a bite out of a salad. There was a bunch of blue cheese dressing on my salad and my fork. And I wouldn't stop with my story. And Lou's like, and all these people at this table at this restaurant. I don't want them to stop me. Everyone never lets me finish my story. God damn it, I'm going to finish the story. So I'm about to finish my story, and then I'm going to put this thing.
Stop.
And finally, at the last,
I'm
going to eat my blue cheese.
Oh my God.
Because I wouldn't shut up.
I don't know what's worse, like eating like an actual bug, but it just sounds so gross. Like, oh, and everyone was like listening to your story.
And they were all like
cheese on it.
And I thought they were all wanting me to stop because they couldn't stand my story going on. But it was hilarious. What are you going to do?
Well, what are you going to do?
And I just want to say I was going to grab these. I have a new product if anybody is looking for a gift for somebody, these are really cute. They're leather coasters and they say boxed wine snob, which I love.
Really, really
Shut your little baby face, trailer nasty, trace your body, trailer park trophy wife,
oh my gosh.
and trailerific.
It's all the
love
slogans.
All the slogans. And they're leather and they're really cute. And I don't think they're very expensive. And they're on the website, vickibarbolak.com, and shipping is free.
That
So-
teal is my favorite color. Is that?
Yeah, I only bought that color.
That's my favorite.
Yep. And then I have a new flask too.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
This is the Trailer Nasty flask. We also have Trophy Wife flask. And because my friend Simon and April in Iowa are getting married, I'm getting Trophy Husband flasks too.
What a cute idea, trophy husband flask.
Yeah, I think that's fun.
What a cute gift for a bride and groom.
I thought everybody I'm married too, I'm going to give them that's the other thing.
Cute.
So I'll just have a bunch here. So when we marry people, we'll give them something besides the bumper sticker we used to give.
Oh my gosh, that's
So, yeah.
so much better.
Yeah, I think they'll like it better.
Oh, I love it.
And the people that I married this week, I just love them so much, and I wish them all the best. I can't say their names, but they're very shy, but they were lovely, and we had a wonderful time. So, the thing is, that's what I keep saying. We all keep saying that about COVID. There's so many rough things, so many sad things, but so many beautiful things also, because we have a choice in life. Going to be happy, make the most of our day,
right,
or are we not? And I feel like if we are breathing and we are alive, we are having summer. I know there's some people going through really desperate stuff, so there's nothing I can say but hold on, right?
Right.
But if you're not immediately impacted, there's just so many great things that we can appreciate.
How nice is it that you can have a teeny tiny wedding
Yeah.
and not offend everyone, break their hearts that they weren't invited?
Yes.
Everyone understands.
You save thousands. I mean,
Yeah.
what is a wedding wedding here at the trailer cost what, $500, or the very most. That was with everything,
Right, with the whole,
and it could have been
a dip in your
$350.
pool too.
But yeah. But they did everything. They did the half-hour
so
honeymoon
sweet.
and everything.
Oh, good.
So it was really fun. But we have the wedding chapel van, so we are offering the half-hour honeymoon here for everybody. We do wash the sheets. Remember the first time we did it in Las Vegas, Emily?
Yeah,
And
for
she-
the Playboy channel.
She wanted me to throw away the new Walmart sheets,
Yes.
which I just bought.
Yes. Well, because gross.
But
Yeah.
I said, no, I want to put them in a plastic bag. They're going to be hermetically sealed.
Then we
When
had
we
to
get
drive back to
They were
San
in-
Diego with them in the stanky sheets.
Not the people. She's talking about the sheets. But the
Oh,
sheets,
no, we didn't drive with the people, but yeah, the sheets were in our car.
but they were in a plastic bag, hermetically sealed.
Yeah.
That was like $20. And
Yeah.
I still use them. They're hot pink.
Oh God.
So,
Oh.
there's nothing. That's when you go to a motel. You ask for new sheets every time you get there, Emily.
I mean, right? I guess so. I guess, but I just pretend not to think about it.
No, I'm
I
sorry I brought it
I
up.
wouldn't drive in the car for 4 hours with my hotel sheets.
Okay.
In
Sorry.
the
Well, you were
Vegas
very
sun.
brave.
I was.
I was kind of broke back then. We hadn't started AGT, and I couldn't just throw away $20 like that.
No, but
So-
that was really exciting. It was we were featured on my first
Threesome.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh boy. I mean, you take the gigs you can get.
I think that's right. We don't
Right.
say no. I think that was $250 in gas.
Right.
And they took us out to dinner the night
It
before.
was really fun. I mean, they were nice guys, and it was a really nice couple. And
They were
just,
so nice.
And they wanted to renew their vows.
Right.
With the trailer.
Right.
With the wedding
With the
band,
half-hour
with the
honeymoon,
half-hour
even.
honeymoon. And then the other part of the show, they did their other thing with the other
Their
person.
threesome the next day, which
That
we
wasn't
had nothing to do
part
with.
of. We just did the wedding.
Yeah. Right.
It's like,
But
let's make sure you guys stay together, and then you guys can go do whatever with other people.
That's we shored them up with a good wedding vow.
Right.
And then they had a beautiful sacred wedding ceremony. And then
Right.
Vegas later.
Right.
Yeah.
Another thing I was thinking of, being the COVID,
Mhm.
speaking of shoring up the relationship.
I really do want to stop talking about my favorite threesome or whatever.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
We should move
All
on.
right.
Yeah.
So
we should move
listen.
on.
And we still have the high school memories.
So,
Yes.
okay, I'm just going to say this real quick. I was talking about the hookers the other day, because how are the hookers working?
Oh no.
But they're pivoting too. They're pivoting too. What they figured out, they go over Zoom. So I've actually going to register this name. You guys, please let me register this before you guys. I'm putting it out there, but I haven't registered it yet. It's called Zookers. Hooker over Zoom. Zookers. Okay. So Zookers. And what they're doing is they're going on Zoom and they're giving you a private hookup with them. And I'm thinking that would be the one time I could give Lou a hooker for a gift for his birthday
Oh.
or Christmas, whatever,
Right.
with a Zooker.
And you're helping the local economy affected by COVID.
You're helping the working girls.
Right.
What's the harm?
Right.
And then Lou could always say, Vicki got me a hooker for my birthday, and people would be very impressed.
So did they use Wi-Fi on a street corner, or how's that work out?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think
Uber?
No, I think there must be stations somewhere, in some nice. Let's you know what? We'll do a little research,
Right.
and we'll get back to you guys next week on where these girls are. I would imagine. I had a friend. She was a sex worker on the phone, Marilyn Martinez. She weighed like 400 pounds, and she always pretended to be an Asian hooker. And I would go to her house, and she'd be sucking on a big Slurpee, and then she pretended to be, doing something nasty, but literally she was just sucking on a big Slurpee. And then she had all these cats, and she'd go, "Oh, I'm gonna rub my pussy,"
Oh, God.
and she'd be rubbing on
Jesus.
5 cats. And it was so funny because I was seeing what's going on, and these guys were getting turned on. And my darling friend who passed away a few years ago, she was the funniest woman ever. She was sitting there, 500 pounds, with a Slurpee and some Doritos and all these cats giving sex calls. But you do what you have to do.
You do what you have to do to get by.
And it was very lucrative for a comedian.
Right.
But I'm thinking I was thinking, well, I could go into Zookering because I don't know when I'll work again, but some things are popping in. So maybe I'll just put that off for a while.
I don't know. I mean, you never know how long it's going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Always keep your mind options open.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
So we should talk about high school stories.
Yeah.
So I will start off with one. Okay.
Let's hear it.
I went to 3 different high schools because my dad, he could not keep a job. And so Well, I actually worked for this one company and they transferred him. It's stupid. He worked for carpet stores. I want you to move and manage another carpet store. Okay, I'll move my kids every year during high school. So it was 19 when they opened up their own store, my parents' own store. But until then, he worked for this other company for like 10 years and they moved him every year. 3 different high schools. And when I went to senior high school in Corona, California, we drive up to the registration day and I swear to you guys, the skies opened up, like the skies show like light down from heaven. That's how it really looked, like these arcs of light were showing on this boy on the steps of the high school.
Yes.
And he had blue overalls on, bright white platinum blonde hair, almost albino, and blue.
I remember, don't say his name.
Okay, blue tinted glasses. And he was so amazing. I just fell madly in love, and I never had a boyfriend. And I instantly saw him and glowing. And then I always found the gay guys in the art class in every high school. I would be okay if I found a gay guy in art class. And I also learned
What is your best bet in high school?
always the best bet.
Always the best.
Always the best bet.
That like or band.
Band, if I was good at that.
Right.
If you have some talent
Be the water
or you're good
girl.
at math. Yeah. The other thing that I think is really clever, and I think everyone should tell their children this. I also learned to be the photographer in 9th grade. So because I was the school photographer at every school I went to, they had to be nice enough to me so that they get their picture in the yearbook.
Oh, sure.
So that was great at every school. Plus I got to be in the locker room.
Yeah.
See a little something sometimes.
Hey.
I got to go to the off-road races and be on the track. So
Yeah.
anyway, tell your kids to think about if they want to instantly be not completely miserable, to look into photography and becoming a high school yearbook photographer. So
we do have a question.
Oh, good.
Frank in Madison, Wisconsin wants to know, Vicki, were you in the prom court?
I can't believe it, Frank. Okay, Frank, I was in the underground prom court when I was in 9th grade.
She was.
It was called the underground prom court. We held it, and about 4 gay guys came, and I was trying to remember now which city that was. Underground prom court was in.
Was that Fresno?
No, it was in Colorado.
Colorado.
Because we had a 3-story house and it was underground. We had a party, and a really cool big gay guy wore a king hat. I wore a leopard dress and a crown and a thing, and it was so much fun. We had a little party, and then we were the underground court because of course we never that year none of us went to the prom.
Get a picture of that.
Right on. So here I am. We do have one. I'll find it.
Really?
Yes, I've seen it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's great. So anyway, so that senior year though, that guy was there. He was this person that I'd seen on those steps, this blonde boy in the blue overalls.
By the way, see everything in me not to shout out his name.
I will not shout out his
I'm
name.
trying not to.
Okay.
I just
Thank you. So we go to. I'm in art class, and there he is. And oh my God, he's so cute and so nice and such a good artist. And I was madly in love with him. And he got a really bad sickness, a blood disease. Had to go to the hospital. So I made him a life-size doll, like just like him, because I used to make dolls and sell them in Laguna Beach at the sun and whatever. Anyway, I made a life-size doll just of him with the blue overalls, his exact size, like 5'10". I brought it to the hospital. He was so happy. And his mother told me he really liked the doll. And then 2 weeks after that, he gets out of the hospital. And I'm so happy. And he's a family, very religious Mormon family.
LDS.
LDS.
Yes.
You say LDS now.
Yes.
And I have a lot of dear LDS friends. And so
Oh, I wasn't trying to correct. You can say
it's okay. Mormon,
I just-
LDS, whatever. I want to be respectful.
Yeah.
But at the time, we called it Mormon.
Right.
And so anyway, he said, would you like to start going to church with me? I'm like, absolutely. Yes, sir. And so I started going to church with him and got baptized, everything. I went to Utah with him and his friend to,
no joke.
yeah, drove in a truck to Utah. It was so, this guy was everything
When
to
you're
me.
a teenage girl and there's a cute boy.
Yeah. And so I got to go to prom, senior prom. And it was my most happiest day in high school ever. My mother took me shopping. We got a prom dress, which I know doesn't mean a lot to everybody, but I never got to go to any other prom besides underground prom.
Right.
And getting to go to prom and having my mother buy me a dress.
With the blonde beauty boy.
and go with the most fabulous boy in the whole high school. And another girl wanted to go, and she was really mean to me. They thought I had a brain tumor once, and because I kept running into walls, but I just have calcium deposits.
Okay.
And so she was going to take my place at the Disneyland trip as the photographer, but I didn't have a brain tumor, and I got back, and she goes, well, you can't go to Disneyland because I'm going. I go, but I was supposed to go, and I don't have a brain. She took my spot at Disneyland, even though she wasn't. Yes.
Okay, say her name out loud.
Okay,
I
can't.
Just kidding.
No.
Just kidding.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
cancel her.
but she also canceled. But also, she really liked this guy, and just knowing that revenge is sweet.
Yes.
But anyway, so my mother was very upset that I was becoming Mormon. She was very Catholic, and I remember when I was a young teenager, I had gotten into trouble in Fresno with drugs, and a girl came up to me, a Christian girl, and said, Vicki, you need help. I was almost 13 years old. And she goes, my parents run a rehab center outside of Fresno. Mm-hmm. So I'd gone to this, so my mother was really careful about religion. And it was a wonderful center. And I got off those 12 drugs that no 12-year-old should have been taking.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
I know, it's just the weirdest time. But anyway, so now I tell my mother I want to take the Mormon lessons. And she goes, no. And I go, I have to, Mom. I've got to. It means everything to me. She goes, all right. But no Mormons are coming to this house. You're not taking any classes in this house. I'm like, absolutely will not, Mom. So one day she comes home from work, and the elders are out on the patio, the front patio with Kent and I. And she drives up and she screeches to a halt. And she goes, God damn, Vicki, get in here. And I go in the house with her. She slams the door shut. And she goes, I told you, no Mormons in this house. And I said, they weren't in the house, Mom. They were on the patio.
Very clear.
Right. Yeah. She goes, I don't care if they're hanging from Maroni's balls. God damn it. I didn't want him here. Holy Bible. And then Kent is right there. Oh, I didn't say his name. Certain person is right there. And he goes, hi, Mrs. Barbolak.
I knew it was going to happen.
Anyway, so she goes, oh, hi, Mr. So-and-so. How are you?
She did say his last
Oh, my
name.
God. It was so hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, the prom to join a whole new religion. Yes, I had a great time.
It didn't stick, which is
Well,
fine.
Well, when I found out, I stayed through it first year of college even, but when I found out there was something called Relief Society, and they would come to your house and see if it was clean.
Yeah,
I knew I wasn't long for that church.
Wow.
But I did have a great time and met so many wonderful people, and still have a lot of great LDS friends as you do.
Oh gosh, it's so crazy.
Yeah, they have a great time.
The friendliest. I mean, you can't as a group, but like they like to pool their resources and
they're great.
It was cool.
It was wonderful. If I could have cleaned and stopped drinking forever, it could have been great. But whatever. Anyway, did you have any boy that you did anything for in high school?
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, but like. Oh man!
You can tell me now.
Right.
You're grown up.
Right. The boy thing. Well, I wasn't even thinking of the boy thing.
Remember the hamster thing?
Yeah, with the hamster. Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that one. But
come on,
my mom thought I was having sex in the room next to her.
The trailer wall I built myself. It was a 1-bedroom trailer.
But it was my hamster.
And I had to build a wall to make 2 bedrooms. My dad and I built a wall between the trailers. We didn't use insulation. We just put up paneling on each side.
Yeah.
You could hear every
privacy.
Well, yeah. But you could hear every drop in each room, right?
It was like my hamster playing in this little thing. I'm like.
And I told Emily that her boyfriend could sleep for a while and stay till like late and lay down next to her.
How gross is that?
And Lily and I are in my room because she slept in my room and we're sleeping.
Sick. Oh, yeah, it was the hamster.
Because you had a guest, so that's why she was next to me. We were in there and she's asleep, but I heard her eat.
Gross.
And then I think you guys said first.
It's a hamster.
It's a hamster.
Oh.
Because you knew what it sounded like.
Oh, so embarrassing. No, what I was going to say was, I remember because I don't enjoy losing control of myself. I don't enjoy all of the time. I didn't like feeling a little panicky, and I called you.
Yes.
I said, "Oh my God, Mom, come get me! Come get me! I hate this! You have to come get me!" And so she picked me up from my friend's house, and it was really cool. You weren't mad because I was mad at myself enough, And I remember telling you, like, Mom, this is just so horrible. I'm moving so slowly. And you said, I couldn't tell the difference because you always move so slowly. It's like, oh no. Yeah.
It was so funny.
It was so funny. And it was just like, and I remember my friend was so disappointed with my reaction. She thought, well, finally, Ellie's going to be fun. We're going to have fun. And I was just like, nope, I'm calling my mom on myself. Yeah.
I still always have a good time. You always have a great time where people think you're, because you're so happy. But I remember that night. That was so funny. You were hilarious. And I always think if your parents tell you, call me, no questions asked, then you should be very happy that the child called you.
Right.
No questions asked. You should go get him and never drill him for that, because that's the best call you could ever get.
Right.
But luckily, I heard the phone ring.
Right. I mean, like, what if, I wasn't in any danger, but I was a really good relationship that I could call you.
Yeah, I was so happy.
Yeah, it was really good.
I think that's really
that is important.
Yeah.
We do have a question from Nancy in New Orleans, and it goes right along with the story that you were talking about. It says, Vicki, did you party a lot in high school? Because I did, and I got caught a lot.
Funny. Like I said, when I was 12, I moved to Fresno and got in trouble. And I'm really glad you had a good time in high school, Nancy. New Orleans, get out of here. So, I remember when I was literally 12, I was in junior high, moved to Fresno, got immediately into the wrong crowd. And so I never, after that, I just really felt like I shouldn't use drugs or anything, because at 12, your brain should not be exposed to that.
No, God.
And so,
developing.
Yeah. And that's, you guys, that explains everything about Vicki Barbolak.
Oh.
So, anyway, but in high school also, because I went to so many different high schools, I really didn't have very many people invite me to very many parties. I didn't like have that. I was just pretty much shut out, and no one really ever asked me to parties. And so I cannot say that I had I remember in Colorado, a really fun group of gays, and sometimes we get Mickey's beers, and drink them. But that was as wild as it got. And it was just high school for me was just because I was new every year. I never had time to really make good friends, and I was very shy, and I didn't feel good about myself, and I cut my own hair and made my own clothes, and it wasn't pretty.
I remember our really good friends from Fresno, Jackie, the oldest girl, when she was going into high school. She and her mom went to the high school orientation in the gym, and they have like the cheerleaders and the student body president, and they're out there with the megaphone, and they're like, "Are you guys ready for the best 4 years of your life?" And Jackie's mom said to her, "Just so you know, it gets a lot better than this. These aren't going to be the best 4 years of your life. These might be really bad, because you might want to kill yourself if you think that this is the top, because this is hard and this is uncomfortable and stressful." Some people have a great time.
Some people do.
Some people do. And
Some
that's
people
great.
peak in high school.
Some people peak.
Mike went to Mike and I worked in Chicago together, and it was really fun. We drove us around town with his mom and his sister, so much fun, and they took us on a tour of Chicago, Mike's neighborhood, and they took us to where Mike went to high school. We saw his high school.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's a performing arts high school, right, Mike?
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, by default, I like to call it performing arts high school. Because in Chicago, you apply to high school.
That's
And
so
default high school has to accept everybody. And the default high school is a performing arts school, to where I think that if you're not smart enough to have a certain skill, we might as well see if you're talented so you have a chance at life.
That's so cool. Schools that for everyone I've ever known that's gone to one, that's, I think, for many of us people that are creative and a little outsider, I just think like that would be the best setup for people like me.
Well, the drummer from Disturbed went to my high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Who?
The drummer from Disturbed.
Mike Wagner or something like that. He's the drummer, one of the founding members of Disturbed.
Oh.
And also Samurai Del Sol, the WWE wrestler, went to my high school.
Look at that.
Nice.
And Mike Finn went to your high
Mike
school.
Finn.
Yeah.
Hey.
Awesome. I think, I'm glad that you had, Mike, did you join the Marines in your senior year?
Yeah. Well, when I was a sophomore year, I walked into the station. And I was like, I want to be a Marine. And they said, how old are you? And I said, 15. And they said, you got to come back in a few years. And I came back the following week, and I would go there all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you do the thing where they kind of work out with you or tell you like?
Yeah. I was as soon as I turned 17 in my senior year, I joined a delayed entry program, and I left 2 weeks after I graduated high school.
That's so cool. You did what you wanted.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had nothing else going for me, so. I graduated with a 1.67 grade point average.
Oh my God.
That's a graduate.
But I did graduate college with a 3.0.
Hey,
yay!
So,
He sure did.
I'm not an idiot. I just didn't like school.
Yeah.
You know, and then you had the discipline of the Marines. So
Right.
college is easy after that.
Yeah.
I think that if you ask Mike and any Marine I know, former Marine, to do something, and they say they're going to do it, they will do it.
Mhm.
There's just no way. If they can say they can do it, then they will do it. Whatever they have to do, they'll do it.
Right.
I remember I was really a terrible student. I was only good at art, and I was only good at art, and I was not good at anything else except art and lunch. And so I had a senior, and I managed to go to 3 different high schools, so no one ever noticed that I never took algebra. So I graduated high school in California without ever taking an algebra class, which was a miracle.
Oh,
But,
wow.
yeah.
Did you take any math at all?
No, nothing. But I had to take chemistry. They caught me on that one. This is my yearbook right here. I'm holding my yearbook. So Corona High School, I could say the yearbook teacher, right?
Well, sure.
Mr. Boffman. He
Yeah.
was the art yearbook teacher. He was, and I hope he's doing well today. He's most wonderful teacher. We all have teachers that influence. I had so many every high school I went to, I was a new lonely person. And there was always one teacher, one art teacher or one English teacher who was kind to me. And I'll never, ever forget that, as we all feel so grateful for some teachers who just kind of keep us alive.
Right.
And so Mr. Boffman in Corona was so good to me. And he was the yearbook teacher, and I was the photographer, and he was also the art teacher. So I was in his class all the time. And he actually did the cover of this yearbook. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Anyway, he's an amazing artist.
He should have let us do
So
the cover.
I could not get through chemistry. I was going to fail. I couldn't get through chemistry. So I went to the chemistry teacher, right here, Mr. Engel, and I asked him, Mr. Engel, if I give you the center spread, as you can see, it is the center spread of our yearbook.
That's
a center spread of you, 2 pages in our yearbook. Would you give me a C in chemistry?
That's amazing.
I had asked Mr. Boffman for his approval. He said yes. And so I didn't ask for B.
No.
I didn't ask for an A.
No.
I did what I think was the right thing. I asked for a C.
Right.
C minus, I don't care. He said yes. And there is Mr. Engel on a 2-page spread.
I think it's perfect.
And I got a C in chemistry.
It's not like you went on to major in science or
No.
you know what I mean? Like
No one's going to die because of that.
Because you got, but
No.
but he got a great picture and you got to go to Fresno State for
Yep.
a little bit.
Exactly
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yes.
Like
So-
it worked.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the ingenuity.
Well,
Sometimes
that's what you
high
have to
school is
do.
about learning to negotiate.
Exactly.
You know?
That's how I graduated high school.
Did you do a similar thing?
Well, I mean, my recruiter talked to my psychology teacher. She was the only person that taught that class. It was my senior year, and they didn't offer it in summer school. So
Oh.
she hated me.
Mm.
And so it was either me spend another year in school and have to be in her class for a whole nother year, or she could just give me a D and get me the hell out of
Get
there.
out of here.
So I got the D.
God bless her. Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, you guys, I have to say something. I don't know if any of you guys saw this on your Yahoo or your Google, but
Are
I-
you talking about how you're trying to spread your legs purposely?
oh,
right
sorry,
now?
no, I'm not. Okay, look
See
at
your Yahoo.
there you go.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, hello. There we are.
Oh my
Complete.
God, just keep them slow. Okay.
My legs are as tight. I could join my old friend at
It's
the
amazing.
Mormon
It's a
church
long
today.
dress,
I'm
and
looking
you
good.
still managed to get all the
Well,
way
you
up
know,
there.
I'm just,
When
you
it's
know what,
stimulates in you.
Emily, you have to do what you can for ratings. There's certain people who like to see a little
It's
something. in.
Zucker.
Zucker. No, for free. I'm giving free Zucker.
A free
kind of
trial.
a test drive.
Oh my God,
Oh, hello.
stop.
How did that happen?
Keep
Whoops.
them.
Woo! It's up from the computer screen.
Okay, what was
That's
the,
right.
what was the
So,
article?
Did
about?
you guys?
Yeah.
And we're actually our theme for next week is going to be, people we're getting really body positive. Women models, big women are going, I'm wearing a bathing suit, I'm powerful, and I'm not going to be shamed. But the backlash is a coming.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of backlash the last couple of weeks of people saying, if you're fat, you're lazy, I'm not going to hire you. Saying it out loud. There's all these fights going on social media. And one of the people who blew me away, she's in Rhode Island. Her name is Lindsay DeLuca. She's a Channel 10 newscaster. And somebody left her the most horrible voicemail. Can we play that, Lou? And this is just this is what people do to each other. And, this is what.
So I actually got the audio that came through my email as well. And I wanted to play that for you guys now that I have the audio and I have found out that this came from another woman, which women really need to lift each other up more. This is tough to listen to, but I want to play it for you guys.
Lindsay Luca, I want to know where you go shopping because I want to do the same thing. Do you go for skinny girl shopping because you certainly do not fit in any of your clothes and you look horrendous on the TV? So why can't you go to a heavy set shop and buy some clothes that fit in and maybe you can appear normally as every other, or wear a jacket. Just like other news anchor women are wearing a jacket over your fat hips. You look horrendous.
Jesus.
Either do that or just get off the air then.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know who's dressing you. I don't know if you have mirrors in your house. But please, look in the mirror before you get onto the newscast and look at yourself because you look horrendous with those, especially tonight. The friggin' balls hanging off your dress and the dress being so tight. You can see your private area. How immature do you look? How vulgar do you look?
Unbelievable.
This lady better look like a debutante.
Right. Here's the thing. She's watching things so you can turn off. She's probably talking about COVID deaths. She's probably talking about, horrible things. And all this woman's doing is looking at her balls on her dress and her private parts. Like, this woman is a pervert.
And then she's gonna wear a jacket.
You gotta wear a jacket to cover it up. And this is a thing. I mean, people have said this to me many times. Are you sure you want to go out like that? Is that what you're gonna wear? I got to a woman's house for a party. She goes, "Oh, you can't come." I was standing there thinking,
"Oh, you can't."
She says, "You're not staying."
You're not staying.
She said, "You're not staying." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I was staying. Standing here with a gift." I go, no, I guess not.
Oh.
Here's a gift. I was just dropping it off. Went to the car. I mean,
that's awful.
And this is what happened. So this woman, she has gotten thousands of like support. Lindsay De Luca. It's a very sexy Italian name.
Very sexy.
Lindsay De Luca. And she has been getting amazing support from all over the country. So that's kind of like tragedy opportunity. A lot of people know her that didn't know her, but I'm sorry that she had to go through this 100%.
Kind of think like, what's going on in that woman's head that she's like, I'm going to call. I'm going to leave a voicemail. It's so mean and gross and none of my business and just ugly, nasty. Like, what's her deal?
This reminds me of high school in the modern times. Sometimes you feel like you never left high school.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I was walking the dog the other day, and this guy across the trailer across the way. I have to say, I have wonderful trailer neighbors. I have to say that. But there's this one guy, kitty corner. Lou left the dog out 10 feet. Like, we let Jimmy walk the last 20 feet to our trailer. And we clean up every bit of poo every time. We're relentless about it.
Right.
So Lou lets Jimmy off the trailer, and this guy gets off his porch and goes, there's a law in Oceanside. Your dogs have to be leashed.
Oh.
And Lou calmly said, well, it's the last 10 feet. The guy goes, I don't care if it's the last 10 feet. You're going to have to keep that dog leashed.
Oh, call them
out.
out.
Jeez. Like, are you the hall monitor?
Jeez.
Are you the hall monitor, baby?
It's a law. Code 734.
So I'm like, now I got to look at this guy. I want to throw up. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. People, if that's what we all know, is people are going to judge us for whatever.
Right.
And if you get upset by being judged by people, we need to know that it's nothing we can do about it. These people are some haters. And the great thing is this, Lindsay has been surrounded by love from thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that said, we love you. And by the way, she's beautiful. Right. She is gorgeous. I saw her. She's truly beautiful.
Yeah.
And so who knows? Maybe some Italian shipping magnate might find her that didn't know about her.
It's a Hallmark movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I love it. I'm already writing it.
Okay, I'm seriously. So I think that was amazing. So it was, and so also we have almost better than sex cake.
Yeah, let me go grab that right now.
Oh.
So I was gonna make this one. I put it on the website if anybody saw it. It was a pecan cobbler, but I didn't get the pecans at Costco. So I went to the grocery store yesterday to get the ingredients. And that cake in little 6-ounce packages of pecan would cost like $35. And since I'm not working, I couldn't afford it. So I'm gonna make it another time when I can go to Costco and get a big bag of pecans for like $10.
Nice. What'd you make?
So I found this recipe. It was, the Krusteaz company. Oh, yay,
Yes.
Mikey.
Wait,
Thank
the
you.
fish stick company?
No, not the Krusteaz Fish Dip Company. The Krusteaz Baking Company.
Gotcha.
Krusteaz.
Gosh.
Oh, it could also be like from the Cars movie, Krusteaz. But thanks,
Krusteaz.
Mike.
Yes.
Krusteaz. So what this is, I got it off the box of a Krusteaz lemon bars.
Uh-huh.
So, but there's an extra one you can do. It's called the Amazing Cream Cheese lemon bars. And so it's a slight variation. So we put it on vickibarbolak.com, and it looks like it's going to be really good. Use
It looks really good, but I don't know how to cut a cake.
The big fork right there. So yeah.
Just a teensy.
Okay.
Oh, it looks so good.
You notice that Lou got off of the soundboard to go get himself a plate?
Oh, my Lou. Oh, Lou.
Ah, that's adorable.
Okay, let's see.
He's a smart guy.
He saw there was only 3 plates on the table.
Oh,
so he's
that's
like,
so
"We can't
cute.
look for myself."
This is so good.
Hey, Lou, can you get the box out of the trash so I can show people what the box looks
Oh,
like for people that are watching?
I have the trash box while we're eating.
Oh, my trash is clean as driven snow.
This is really good. And
Is it good?
What'd you do? How did you do the prep?
So you do have to add graham crackers to the recipe. It'll tell you on the box. They don't come with it, so you got to crush some graham crackers. What do you think? Is it good?
Incredible.
Oh my God, my wild necklace. So anyway, Gary and Chris, you guys, they live in San Luis Obispo, great fans. They sent me the Babe last week, and I was joking that it's Babe the Pig.
Oh,
So this week they send me Wild. I love Babe the Pig, but thank you for Wild. Thank
that's
you.
really
And
good.
it just actually fell off of me. But I
Okay.
bent over to eat more cake.
That is amazing.
Isn't that great?
I love the lemony. I love that crust.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, thanks. This is what the box looks like. I also put a picture of the box on my website. Krusteaz Meyer Lemon Bar Mix. And then you just do a couple of additions, which is cream cheese and graham cracker crust.
And it doesn't have to be crusty. So any kind of lemon bar. I'm just saying, like, if they don't have
Oh,
it,
yeah, sure. For sure. Any lemon bar mix. No.
Gotta be crusty.
Yeah.
And by the way, the comments on YouTube are going crazy because we have cake now.
Oh,
Nice.
is it almost better than sex, you guys?
Yeah,
This is incredible.
almost.
This is
Almost.
Right.
Hey, Louie, baby. Here, baby.
It's my hamster. No, this is really good. This is amazing.
So it's fun in the summer. I think anything you can make in the summer. Let me just take the bite of your
It's
pen.
amazing.
Anything you can make in the summer with lemon in it is worth doing. And I will make those pecan things.
Oh, by the way, Vicki, Vegas Spot Stars says wanted me to tell you that Vegas needs your energy.
Oh my
I
God.
can't wait till Vegas is back.
I've been hearing it's a little dull over there. You know what? Why can't we do something outside in Las Vegas?
Because it's 1,000 degrees.
Oh, I forgot. It's Las Vegas. You're right. That's the best thing about certain places,
Mm-hmm.
like San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I am scheduled to go to Appleton, Wisconsin
Whoop,
in
whoop.
2 weeks, and at Skyline Comedy Club. And Appleton's one of my favorite towns because why, Em?
Fire truck.
Fire trucks. They build Pierce fire trucks in Appleton. There's a bar there filled with firemen every night. And it's just, I don't know if that's the case anymore.
Are you leaving Lou at home?
No, Lou's going. I need him to protect me.
Oh,
I got through it the first time, but I don't think I could trust myself a second time now that I know what's going on. But girls, after COVID, if you're having a bachelorette party, don't go to Vegas, don't go to Palm Springs, get your girlfriends, go to Appleton. You'll thank me.
Mm.
Yeah. So I guess it's going to be weird because I'm not going to really go to any bars. I'm just going to go look through the window at the firemen. Well, that'll be fine.
Window shopping.
Window shopping. How much is that fireman in the window?
Nice.
How much is with the big curly hair?
Oh, how
The
adorable.
giant chest.
Oh,
I'll take that one.
oh.
We'll just, Yeah.
Come here, boy.
Come here,
A lot of
Sparky.
guys from my platoon are firefighters now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
In Chicago?
No. Texas, couple in Texas, Baltimore, Wisconsin. So yeah.
That's a delicious combination.
Yeah, that's delicious.
And we only have a few minutes left, so we got to start wrapping it up.
Okay, well, I just want to say next week, everybody, we're going to, our theme is the backlash against people being positive about their bodies. Oh yeah, there's a big backlash. Fat shaming is all over the place. So if you've been fat shamed, and you want to share with us, or if you have any questions about it, if you have any ideas what to say when somebody shames you, or what coping techniques you use, we would love to hear them, and we can share them with everybody. I cannot tell everybody how much I've loved having my beautiful daughter Emily with me.
It's so cool to be
this
here. Thank you for
weekend.
having me.
And the great Mike Vin.
And Mike.
Come see me this weekend.
Yes.
See
Comedy
this man
Store La Jolla.
in La Jolla. And I'm going to be posting some of my, I think we already posted one bit that I did this weekend on my YouTube channel. But so this week, go to the YouTube channel and I'll post some more bits from my new bits from my shows this weekend that we did outside. Lou, thank you so much for being the sound guy and for writing the new theme music.
That was amazing.
Big Girls Don't Cry. I want to thank
Genius Pipes.
Genius Pipes again.
Yes.
And also one more time, it's all on my website. I want everyone to know about Veterans Supplemental Support Network, VSSN. It's on my website. They need volunteers. They need volunteers for a number of purposes. It's all about preventing veteran suicide. And you can get involved. They're a wonderful group of people. They work their hearts out. Lou's known them a lot longer than I am, and I'm becoming involved. So this is a free thing that we're doing to promote them. We love everyone to know about Veterans Supplemental Support Network.
And Lou does their taxes and says they are like so perfectly aligned. They just completely
There is
put
not
all their resources into the veteran services, and
100%. Every dime in goes out,
Yeah.
and more.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful group, and they really need volunteers. You know, also I'm going to be talking soon. I did a show in a prison in San Diego months ago, and I'm very worried about prison inmates being isolated, especially the young ones, all of them actually. And
are you going to help? I'm sorry. No.
I'm going to go and have conjugal
That's
visits. No, I cannot. They won't let me in. I talked to
Earmuffs, Emily.
I talked to there's a minister in San Diego who does prison outreach in several prisons around. And I talked to him. I go, can we do an outdoor show? He goes, no way. But I said, could we get a letter writing group together? So I'm thinking we're going to be starting a letter writing campaign that we can write letters to prisoners, because during COVID, it's just almost unbearable.
The kids don't have visitors.
They can have visitors. They don't have their, usually they have counselors, they have therapies. That's all ended.
Nightmare.
And they just feel alone and afraid. And especially the young ones, and all of them. They're wonderful people. They did something wrong, now they're paying for it. And they're paying for it in ways that they never expected. So if you're interested in writing letters to prisoners, I'm going to be organizing this soon. So I hope that some of the people will want to join me on it. Right. And so this is not about conjugal visits. This time I'm being nice and good.
And 20%, just, save 20%. Genius Pipe.
Oh yeah, geniuspipe.com. Say the
Trailer.
word trailer when you get your Genius Pipe. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Let Mike take it away in a second. We're looking at handsome Mike. Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.